Hi, welcome to Mindful Motorist, where driving safe is not an option but a requirement. So, where in the world are you? Are you in America? If so, what state, what city, what county? Are you in another country, somewhere around the world? If so, where? What parish, what province or city? I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear where you are tuning in from. So feel free to share. I would love to hear. And please like, share, subscribe, comment, and click the notification bell so others can see the video and you will get notified of my upcoming videos. So let's talk driving. Let's talk South Florida driving. Driving in South Florida is crazy. What makes it even worse is that it is so easy to get a license in Florida. Maybe it's because Florida is a melting pot for almost all ethnic groups, like New York and a few other states. You don't have to go to driving school if you have someone to teach you. And when you go to get your license, they just take you in the parking lot of the DMV. After a few questions and a few drive stops and turns, they then have you park, take you back inside, and unless you're super terrible at driving, you can definitely walk away with a license. They offer you a license and welcome you to being the newest driver in the state of Florida. Yay! And send you on your way. A lot of times to kill people off on the road. You don't have to parallel park. Based on who gave you the test, you don't even have to reverse into a parking spot or do a parallel parking. Unless you're really, really bad, you're good. Now, with that being said, driving in Florida is like being in a combat zone. Every morning, once I pulled out of my driveway, if I didn't know how to drive, I could easily get into an accident. Understand that the minute you pull out of your driveway, you could get into an accident in South Florida. In your community, on the side street, on the main road, not to mention Highway 95. Can I get a witness, somebody? If you live in Florida, please share your experience. This is mine, okay? My biggest pet peeve is what I coined the two S's, signal and selfishness. Can I get a witness? Signal and selfishness. A lot of people do not use their indicators or road codes, and they do not respect yours. Hello? They would rather run you over than allow you to exit at a side road. When you put your indicator on and attempt to get into the lane, which is, it could be a turning lane from the right or for the left, it doesn't matter. To wherever you need to turn, God bless the driver who readily allow you to go by without having to play the combat game. Sometimes they're going straight and shouldn't even be in the turning lane anyways. Hello, can I get a witness? And when the shoe is on their foot, do they put their indicator on? No. They just try to cut in front of you and create an unnecessary accident. Then you have those who think that putting your indicator on means you're just trying to get ahead of them. They totally block out the possibilities of you wanting to get to the next lane, because God forbid there's a shopping center up the road that you're turning in because you're going to work or shopping, or there's a doctor's office center somewhere or whatever. Drivers, come on, be mindful. They would rather collide with you than let you get ahead. Where is the love, people? Where is the love? So, being a Jamaican, I'm a Jamaican New York driver, okay? And they always say you can't get it worse than that, but trust me, yes, you can. And I'll tell you about that later. They don't know why you put your indicator on, literally. It's like people don't even know what indicator means. They assume that you're putting it on because you see an opportunity to get ahead. Sometimes people break down in front of you and you have to swing out. Before you know it, they swing out in front of you. Boom, crash. My granny would say, patient man ride donkey. But gone are the donkey days. Them people, yeah, now have no driving courtesy and respect for other drivers on the road. You have to drive for you and 10 people, 10 other drivers at the same time. Driving in South Florida calls for bionic eyes. You have to be using all your mirrors. If dog nyam your supper. Drivers, please be mindful that we have a variety of drivers on the roads. Professional drivers with years of driving experience, new drivers, both adults and teens, plus or old folks who no longer drive fast because they're a little bit frail and scared. So they choose the middle lane. There's also some seasoned drivers who don't have much confidence in their driving and don't like driving. They choose the middle lane. They only do it because they have to, because they have no one to depend on. So please remember to be kind, patient, and courteous on the roads. We have too many unnecessary accidents, which many end up in fatalities and also cause a lot of losses. Example, job losses, missed opportunities like interviews, promotions, doctor's appointments, late for school, late for college and university, and the list goes on. You get the point, right? It's bad driving in South Florida. This is a result of the two S's, not using your signal and being selfish. Where did I leave the big P? Lack of patience. Please remember, like, share, click subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could see my next video. Take care. See ya.